Good to see you again on Catholics Matter. You know, our Lord said, I'm sending you out into the world as lambs amongst wolves. Be the leaven in the dough, be the light on the hill. All sorts of imagery that speaks of the need to give witness. And in the life of the world, there's an immense need for good leadership. I mean, we see that in the business world especially, definitely in politics, and in a number of spheres in society. You know, with us today, Chris Pereira. You not only head up the Hispanic Missions Office for the Diocese of Phoenix, but you also have this exciting new endeavor, Tepeyac Leadership Institute.
Initiative, yes.
Initiative, Tepeyac Leadership Initiative. And well, first of all, how did you get into this?
Well, it comes from the vision of Bishop Olmsted, and I'm humbled to have been chosen to lead, to coordinate the initiative, which basically seeks to do exactly what you talked about, Father, to make a dent in all of these areas of society where we need good, principle-based Catholic leadership. And we're talking about the areas of education, health, the nonprofit world, commerce, business, politics as well, yes.
The initiative, though, connected to Tepeyac, I mean, obviously the hill that, that San Juan Diego, saw the Blessed Virgin in outside of Mexico City, but the name, how come?
Well, we're commending this initiative to Our Lady of Guadalupe and San Juan Diego. We're asking for their intercessions for good fruit to come out of the initiative. But the analogy that we're using is San Juan Diego received a mission of leadership from Our Lady at Tepeyac. So we're hoping that the participants, the Catholic professionals from all walks of life that go through the program, will also receive a mission of leadership that will carry on.
And it sounds like this isn't just an institute or an initiative, I should say, an initiative for Latinos, but actually to encourage a broad, to everybody.
No, it is not. This is actually a program for all Catholic professionals. We basically want to bring in people that want to be inspired, and we want to show them what it means to be a Catholic leader out in the secular world. So this isn't to form leaders that will go and carry on ministry at the parishes, but professionals that will go back to their careers, but will lead projecting their Catholic values.
What are you seeing, like maybe going on in the life of the world, maybe especially in younger generations, that there would be a need to encourage or specifically kind of focus in on such leadership today?
Well, I think that especially for lay people, we have forgotten, and we are so thankful for Pope Francis' latest apostolic exhortation that reminds us that we are all called to holiness. But lay people sort of have forgotten about how they go about becoming holy. So one of the things that this program aims to do is to show lay Catholic professionals that their means of sanctification is work. Their professional careers is the means through which they will become holy, sanctify themselves and sanctify the world.
That it almost dovetails with what didn't Escrivá, he kind of identified much of this, in the 1930s especially, that, there's an awful lot you can do just in day-to-day living to sanctify not only the world, but also yourself.
That's right, Father, and we believe that is at the heart of the spirit of the program. At graduation, we're asking each of the participants to make a commitment of leadership. We won't impose anything. It will come out of their heart, and we'll be praying that throughout this 5-month period, they will be inspired to do something.
A 5-month
program, yes.
Walk me through that. I mean, what does the initiative look like? I mean,
sure.
Practically speaking, okay, so especially I'd love to encourage people to do this. What's it entail? What are they doing?
Sure. The program is comprised of 20 sessions that touch on different areas of life. We have a session on health, education, Catholic social doctrine, business, board service, government. We have a session titled Catholics in the Public Square. Then for one session, we split the men and the women, and the men have a session titled Into the Breach, and the ladies go into one titled The Feminine Genius. And we close, the last session of the program is Holiness in Ordinary Life.
Okay, we could definitely see Bishop Olmsted's hand in a lot of that.
Yes, definitely.
No, okay, so these sessions, what do they? I mean, what do they look like? You know, how long are they? When do you have them?
Sure, I'll tell you the format. We meet once a week, Tuesday nights from 6 to 9 p.m. And basically the sessions start with presentations. We invite 3 guests for each session to talk about different areas within the topic of the session. And towards the end, there is a Q&A session where participants, very passionate about these issues, get to ask questions. And what's beautiful about this initiative, Father, is that the team of experts that we have compiled to present on these topics are really the top Catholic professionals in the state of Arizona that have said yes to this calling because they see there's a need for something like this.
Okay, so I go and I'm seeing this. Your participants, largely one age group?
Well,
Or
that's a good question. A lot of people have asked us, is there an age requirement? There isn't, but we do want to encourage people that come to the program when they are in their early to mid stages of their career, because we believe that's when we can have the most impact on them. Everybody's welcome to apply, but the program focuses more on that group, which is probably in their 20s to 30s.
which that's actually a good target group. I mean, you know, there's an awful lot of attention being devoted to millennials.
Yes.
And especially, I think, to Catholic millennials, there just seems to be kind of a disconnect, you know, in many respects. So, I mean, an initiative such as this could actually, it could go a long ways in helping, I think, you know, kind of fill in some void there.
We're hoping for that, Father. We're hoping, Bishop Olmsted is hoping to be, that we'll be planting the seeds for tomorrow's Catholic leaders. In the Diocese of Phoenix, in the state of Arizona, we're blessed to have leaders that are there to support the church. But we need to make sure that we'll always have a good network, solid network of practicing Catholics that believe in the teachings of the church and will do whatever they can in their own areas of expertise to help advance the mission of the church, to work towards the common good, and that's what we hope to do with the program.
Chris, you mentioned that you have a segment, especially you focus on Catholic social teaching.
Yes.
That's tremendous. Specifically, what are you looking at there?
We have from the 3 presentations, as I remember them, the first one is Introduction to Catholic Social Teaching. Then we have one on solidarity and one in subsidiarity.
Okay. That's pretty impressive. And then you divide up the men and the women, the into the breach. Bishop
Just
says
for that one
letter.
session.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
No,
So as you know, Father, a lot of Catholic men and women have identity problems. They've been confused by the world, and many men don't know what it means to be a Catholic man. Many women have doubts about what exactly is their role in society, and that's what these sessions are designed to help them with.
When do you all start up, or are you just now finishing?
Well, we just finished the first cohort. We
Okay.
just graduated the first cohort very successfully. We're in the middle of it, but we are going to be launching this program every spring. Every spring,
Okay.
we hope to have a new cohort going through this process, and we'll be recruiting every fall. So hopefully this program will help us a little bit towards that.
Oh, very good. I mean, and you meet at the diocesan offices?
Yes.
Okay, that's easy.
I think
What
so.
an awesome initiative, Chris! Thanks for
Thank you,
sharing all
Father.
this. This is very hopeful for the future. You know.
I think so. We hope so.
No, good. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you,
Everyone,
Father.
good to see you. We'll see you next time on Catholics Matter.